Good morning, East Leiden, and Happy New Year. Today is Friday, January 17th, 2020.
And we have some news for you today. We have the Leiden Annual Orchesis Show,
The Taste of East,
and news about our local Zamboni driver.
This weekend, Leiden's Orchesis team will be having their annual performance in the West Auditorium, where they will showcase their talents on stage. This performance consists of many different dances, of which most of them are chosen and taught by the dancers themselves. Here are some of Leiden's Orchesis dancers and their coach, Mrs. Epitello, weighing in on their personal choreography.
There's a hip-hop dance, some jazz, a lot of contemporary. One is like African gospel. One is a very upbeat, kind of modern contemporary.
Because Leiden offers a lot of sports and clubs to students, it's very common to be a part of a team. What's not common, though, is the type of commitment students have to make to these teams. Leiden Orchesis starts in the fall and ends in the winter, taking up more than half of the school year. Here's why these students chose Orchesis and what makes it so special for them.
I've done dance before, and because it helped me kind of come out of my shell, sort of, I wanted to continue it. So I thought it was better to join Orchesis.
That inspired me for Orchesis is the passion to dance, and it's a really beautiful art, the way to express yourself. It's the strong bond we have with each other. Everybody is so nice and has really good friendship. Everybody is close to each other, and I think I like that.
Every year's been totally different, but one thing that's consistent is once you're part of the Orchesis team, you're part of the family. And every year I have alumni come back to help with the show, give notes. Again, this year they're actually performing, but for instance, last week when I didn't have a tech crew and I had to do some stuff behind the booth, I had 8 alumni come in, volunteer their time, and just kind of help out, give notes, give encouragement. So I'm just so lucky to have the alumni I do and the team that I have, and I'm just so grateful.
The title of the performance is called Beauty Within. Here's what Mrs. Epp had to say about why that title was chosen and what makes it special this year.
The dancers always pick their show name, and they chose this with the idea that all of us are beautiful inside and out.
It's called Survivor, so it's basically about people on a boat and it gets wrecked, and we're trying to survive the wreckage.
My dance is called Falling For You, and it's a contemporary dance, type lyrical too. It's really has a strong message.
The show will begin at 7 p.m. on both Friday and Saturday. This is Nick Motika and Joey Martinez signing off.
Come to the Leiden Orchesis Show at 7 p.m.
As the winter season unfolds, Rosemont Ice Rink is open for a fun night with friends. Leiden senior Max Price works at the Rosemont Ice Rink as the Zamboni driver.
So I've been working in Rosemont for the last 3.5 years. Driving the Zamboni at the ice rink is pretty fun. It's probably the easiest job I've ever had. The beginning of the season was a little rough and we didn't have as much ice as we wanted, but it turned out to be better later on because it got so warm out and the top layer was closer to the chiller system, so it was keeping it colder and keeping it frozen. So we were still able to have ice when it was 50 degrees out with no sun. Once the sun came out, that's when it really killed us and we had to close due to weather. And so basically when you're driving and the conditioner, the back piece is all the way down, the blade is just trimming the ice, and then there's augers in there that spin and force all of the ice shavings towards the middle, and then there's another vertical auger that sucks it up and then it shoots into the tank. So, and then at the end of every run, I have to take the hot water hose and we wash out the horizontal augers, and I have to wash out the vertical augers to the elevator. Because the ice really just turns into snow and it gets built up and stuff. And if you don't clean it out, it'll freeze up on you on your next run. Driving the Zamboni at the ice rink is pretty fun. It's probably the easiest job I've ever had. It's just like driving a car. When we get a big crowd out here, there's people all over the place just waving at me, and I beep the horn a couple times. People love that. It's funny though, because it's only when I'm driving the Zamboni. If I'm just walking around or just standing by the Zamboni, I don't get any attention. Sometimes I get a big crowd of people at one end just trying to get my attention while I'm going down. It's always a blast here, always hiring. Usually around November of every year is when you want to put in your applications. And usually everybody gets hired depending on how many we have.
Rosemont Ice Rink is open on Sundays for public skate. It costs $8 to rent skate, or you can bring your own skates and skate for free.
8th grade students had a chance to get a sense of what activities Leiden has to offer, from sports to academics at the annual Taste of East event this past Wednesday. While all freshmen are wary of what high school might be like, many were fortunate enough to be accompanied by current students or alumni and their family.
I actually have 3 kids. My oldest is Kayla. She's a senior this year. And Johnny is a sophomore. And then Lauren will be an incoming freshman this year.
This is my brother Aldo. He's going to be a freshman next year.
These attendees explain what they hope their future freshmen will get out of Leiden.
Hope that she grows as a teenager and an adult, and she's respectful. But yeah, I hope she enjoys these next 4 years to the best of her ability.
I hope my brother actually learns at the school and he makes a lot of good friends, because that's where I met most of my really great friends.
In order to get freshmen started in the right direction, the annual event came with a presentation in the auditorium and a chance to visit with current students and teachers in the field house. Each department set up a station to showcase how students can get the most out of Leiden. Leiden administrators talked to visitors on how the new construction will eliminate the split lunch periods, create new space for students to relax, and allow for longer lunches. Families also learned about the changes to freshman mentoring.
So I think the biggest change for the Taste of East this year is talking about our advisory program and the Freshmen on Track. So in years past and currently tonight, we have a lot of Access mentors. And so we are introducing our freshman class, the class of 2024, to the advisory model and letting them know that they're going to work with their student and their advisor for the next 4 years. So it's an exciting opportunity for these students.
All these changes had the family members feeling excited and a bit jealous.
Oh, I love all of the changes. I think change is good. There's something to be had for the way things were back then, but I also kind of wish I could come to school here now and see some of the things that you guys get to experience.
I like where the new bus entrance is. It's really nice, looks fancy, and I like how they're expanding the lunchroom because it's going to be less crowded and be faster to get to your lunch.
I'm actually kind of jealous that she's going to be able to see such a new school and experience. I heard the lunchroom is awesome. So yeah, I'm kind of jealous. It wasn't like that when I was here.
I think it looks really nice, and I'm excited he gets to use it, but I'm kind of jealous that I didn't get to use it.
Thinking about things that are about to change led to nostalgia about things that have stayed the same.
You know what I do remember the most is the chocolate chip cookies. They fell apart when they were warm, and they were the best chocolate chip cookies ever.
For the Eagle Update, this has been Marisa Hernandez, Olivia Gronkovich, and Yesenia Diaz, keeping the cookie traditions alive.
And that's all we have time for today.
What about the cookie giveaway?
Oh, right, the Flying Eagle, please. And the lucky winner is
Miss Reed's Drawing 2 class.
Congratulations and enjoy your cookies. And I'm Jolie Martinez.
I'm Yesenia Diaz.
And we're signing off.